Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Nerds of the North. Time for another Blu-ray review. Now, we've had, for a long time here, I've been wanting to do a movie request, a Blu-ray review for something that is in honor of Richard Attenborough. This is a fantastic English actor who had passed away. UK actor, I should say. I believe he's Scottish. Great, just a good overall actor, and he's a fantastic character actor. But primarily what I was getting asked to do by my friends was, every time I'd bring up, well, what should I do? They're telling me, well, just review Jurassic Park. Well, there's a good thing about reviewing Jurassic Park, and there's a bad thing. It comes at the very end of his career, near the end of his career, and unfortunately he has done so much other fantastic stuff, he doesn't just need to be remembered for Jurassic Park. So I decided to grab one of his older films. A film specifically from, if I can find the date on it here quickly, 1963. This is a film he was a lot younger than probably any of us remember him, and it's a film that's based upon a true story. A rather horrific story, actually. Not horrific in the story that's being told to you, but horrific in the fact of just what ended up coming from this. This is a story about one of the nastiest war crimes that was done during World War II. The slaying of 50 British POWs who had escaped from Stalag Luft 3. And this film, The Great Escape. Wow. This film, I've seen it a lot when I was growing up as a young kid. And I never actually really fully understood the fact that it was a true story, a true event. Obviously, it was dramatized for American public, but that didn't ruin the film at all. The dramatization is primarily, you see the Americans brewing moonshine for the 4th of July, and you have, think of his name, Steve McQueen, doing his fantastic bike chase across the country. Now, as I said, this is a film, World War II, British POWs held in prison by the Luftwaffe, and they are interned in this prison camp. Well, they decide, we're not having this. It's our job to still constantly harass the enemy. They're keeping us alive in these prison camps. We're going to make sure that they spend an inordinate amount of manpower to be able to hold us here. So we're pulling people off the front lines to have to look after us. That was their entire plan. So they had in this film the Escape Division, or Organization X. And if any escape attempts had to be cleared through Organization X, they would be the ones that would make sure that, okay, yeah, you got what you needed and you were able to get out. Well, they decided in one of their meetings, we're going to make they think this is one of their best camps ever, one of their most secure camps. Okay, we're going to change this. We are going to put out 250 men from this camp. So they need forged documents for 250, uniforms for 250. A way to get 250 people off the premises without being detected. And that meant they were going to dig. Now it is very soft sandy soil where they were, so they were going to dig down 30 feet and then start to tunnel from there. And that's just a feat in and of itself, but they didn't start one tunnel. They didn't start 2 tunnels. They had 3 tunnels going at once, so that if the Germans found one, they can continue on with the other 2. The story goes on. You got a 3-hour movie here. Yes, it's a 1960s movie, so you do still have the film grain showing up on the screen, but it works with this. It keeps it a timeless piece. It actually looks more like a documentary. And speaking of the documentaries, all the documentary footage that is thrown in on this Blu-ray release, all the special behind the scene, how it was made, interviews with the actual POWs from this camp, the untold story about what happened to the Gestapo officers who enacted the horrific crime at the end. This is a fantastic film. This is a film that, if you're a World War movie guy, you're going to want this. If you want a good, solid character piece, pick this one up. Because Richard Attenborough's character primarily is fantastic. He is the head of the X Corporation. And Bartlett's, that's his name. Bartlett. And everything that this entire escape is his plan. It's his idea. Throughout the course of the film, that's what they're aiming for, is to get these people out. Well, the Germans find one tunnel, so they immediately shut down the other tunnel and focus on one, just to push forward with that. And congratulations, they got the tunnel dug, they got the tunnel made. However, only 76 people escaped. 76 people made it out. And within a week, 50 of them were captured. As the documentary footage goes through and explains, Hitler was furious with this and he demanded action, he demanded punishment, which fell upon the Gestapo to commit one of the worst war crimes of World War II, the execution of 50 chosen at random POWs who had escaped from Stalag Luft 3. Now, this seems shocking in and of itself, but when you get explained just how this happened and what information they were told, which is actually very well portrayed in the film. It's from one of the other POWs that they interviewed there. He's like, we looked at the list of names they were given, and everyone had said, shot while trying to escape. Okay, I saw the name of my buddy here, one of the guys that I had escaped with. I got returned to camp, he didn't. Shot while trying to escape. This man had frostbite so badly on his feet he could barely walk. How was he escaping? That's the type of stuff that went on. And it's incredibly accurate to how the camp was set up, the look of the camp, the look of the tunnels, the equipment in the tunnels that they used. Everything was as accurate as it could possibly be, based upon a novel. A novel that was written to document the events. And they actually had a Canadian member, a Canadian POW on the set who had survived that camp, who had all these documented footage, or documented files, documented photography, everything of what the camp looked like, what the tunnels were like. And that material was all used to ensure that they had the most accurate representation of this internment camp that they could possibly have wanted. Audio quality for this film, it's great. There's not a lot of these crazy action scenes that you're going to really want to have 5.1. It is in 5.1, but it's, you know what, it's just perfect for what it is. And it is a great piece to sit down and watch. Now, yes, the film is 172 minutes in length. But with this cast of characters, from Richard Attenborough, Steve McQueen, you have James Garner, you have Donald Pleasance, and I can never remember Charles Bronson. Sorry, I can never remember his name. This cast of characters creates such a fantastic ensemble. It's well worth putting this into any Blu-ray collection. And I do mean any Blu-ray collection. For special features here, you're looking at audio commentary from the director, John Sturgis, and the cast and the crew. You can't beat having a commentary from director and the cast. That is just outstanding pieces to have. And as I had mentioned earlier, there is an 8-piece featurette, including the untold story and the real Virgil Hilts. Virgil Hilts is the character that Steve McQueen played, and he's primarily based around one man. And seeing what this man's life ended up being, like he ended up with NASA. He ended up on one of the Apollo teams, getting the shuttle off there and up to the moon. So, you know, for what it is, if you're a fan of Richard Attenborough, or you just want to check out a fantastic war movie, The Great Escape. Definitely go and find it. I found this at my local HMV for under $10 on Blu-ray. 100% worth that cost. Worth actually even double that cost. So take care, everyone. This is Nerds of the North. We got more videos coming. Stay tuned.